Hello, I'm Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connection video where we're exploring 5 essential oils that can help us with our self-esteem. Now, regardless of who we are, we all have times where we question how good we are at something, our self-worth, or our confidence just gets a bit of a dip. No matter what we're doing in life, there's always going to be people that question that, and sometimes that little voice gets in our ear. Sometimes we allow that voice within us to keep on talking and talking, and it really stops us from shining our true light out into the world. But nature wants us to flourish. If we think about every other plant and tree and every other animal on this planet, they never stop trying. They're always trying to grow a little taller, reach towards the stars, or keep thriving and procreating and all that type of thing as well. So as humans, we want to get rid of all these self-esteem issues so that we can continue to grow and do our best and strive for whatever we're called to do. And so these gifts from nature will help us to do that. So are you ready? Let's dive in and look at 5 essential oils that can help you with your self-esteem. The first essential oil is bergamot. Bergamot is a citrus essential oil, but what makes it different from other citruses is that it is high in linalool. Now, linalool is what is in lavender and makes lavender nice and calming. So whereas all the other citruses are a bit like, woohoo, let's get excited, bergamot has this nice calming presence about it. It's like, it's all good. Bergamot is very reassuring and really helps with your self-worth. It works with the solar plexus chakra. Now, this is our energy center of personal power. When it's overactive, we shine too much light and blind everyone else and we're overbearing. But when we have low self-esteem, this is often underactive and we hide our light away from the world. Bergamot helps us to find balance in this center, and in that way, shine our light into the world in an equal way so that we are friendly, cooperative, and we can work and collaborate with other people for the greatest good of not just ourselves, but for everyone concerned. Bergamot also is really good for helping with abundance. Now, I often say that the world will pay you what you believe you're worth. If you're finding you're having problems with abundance, then let's look back at what do we believe we're worth? How much are we worth an hour? At work or in a profession or whatever that may be. When you need to feel better about yourself and know that you are worth something important, start working with bergamot essential oil. The second essential oil is grapefruit. I swear, they're not all citruses. We're going to dive into some others as well. But I'm actually going to give you 2 oils here because you can get 2 types of grapefruit essential oil. Both come from the rind, but we have the pink grapefruit and the white grapefruit. Now, the pink grapefruit is more common, and if you're a fan of doTERRA, that would be the regular grapefruit. This grapefruit is really good for body image. Now, it not only does it physically help us with well-being and the shape of our body, but on a deeper level, it helps us to honor this body temple. As people that are interested in spirituality and self-development, we often can neglect our body or hate up on our body. But I often like to pose the question, if we believe that we chose our parents and this lifetime and our children and all these different scenarios, would we have not chosen this body as well? You know, sometimes we all wish we looked like a supermodel, but hey, I've got a friend who is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous and struggles to find a good partner because the only people that will come and speak to him are those that are really arrogant and looking for one thing. When he's looking for someone who's actually sincere and, you know, nice and balanced, they're too shy to go and talk to him. So being a supermodel doesn't always help. So regardless of what body you've got, this is allowing you to have an experience in life. And this is basically how we treat this vehicle is how our journey along this path goes. Are you respecting the body temple or are you dishonoring it? Whether that be in the way that you eat and exercise and nourish it in different ways, or how you talk about your body and talk to yourself about your body as well. Grapefruit helps us to get rid of all this toxicity about our body and to love ourselves for who we truly are. Now, white grapefruit is actually the original grapefruit before it naturally mutated into the pink grapefruit. So it's the original. The original helps us to nourish and honor our originality. You are a one of a kind, and I'm not the first person to tell you that, but white grapefruit helps you to do that, to really honor and embrace your originality and your one-offness. This could be really good when you find yourself getting in a state of comparison, and you're comparing yourself and going, oh, well, I'm not as good as that person, or I'm not as good as that person. White grapefruit asks, well, what scorecard are you using? Are you using the scorecard for judging them or the scorecard for judging you? White grapefruit helps you to be proud of who you are and judge yourself on your own qualities and your own specialness and you doing your best rather than comparing yourself to someone else. It also helps you come up with original ideas and find unique ways to show your uniqueness to the world. Do you have a bit of a harsh inner critic? Do you tend to beat yourself up at the end of the day, or when you don't achieve exactly what was on your list, whether it be physical or mental, you kind of criticize yourself? Well, then a really great essential oil for you is Magnolia. Magnolia is a soft and gentle essential oil. It is actually really high in linalool, more so than lavender or bergamot that we spoke about before. So it helps to calm down the body. But it also calms down the mind and really reassures the mind as well that you're doing okay. Bergamot is like this old ancient grandmother who sits in the corner and goes, love, of all the things you've been through, what you're worrying about right now, in the big picture and the big scheme of things, doesn't really matter. And she helps to kind of let you relax into it and go, hey, I did my best today. I may not have done exactly what I wanted to do, but it's okay. When you are criticizing yourself, berating yourself, or allowing someone else's words to eat in your mind and send little worms in there, that's where Magnolia is really beautiful. Take her, and at night, she's beautiful. I even draw little love hearts on my chest with her when I am needing to be a little bit more tender with myself. So if you're dragging your self-esteem down because your inner critic is a bit too loud, let's shut that up with a bit of wise Magnolia. Spikenard is an amazing essential oil that comes from the root of a plant. Now, it actually has biblical references because when Jesus was about to be crucified, Mary Magdalene anointed his feet with it. Now, when I first smelt spikenard, the first word that came into my mind was namaste. Now, there's many different English translations of that phrase, but for me, the one I really like is the light within me honors the light within you. And that is really the amazing thing about spikenard. It is not just about honoring other people, but it's about seeing that light within you. How do you go when people try and pay you a compliment? Or when they try and talk you up, or put you forward for a promotion or to take on a role? Do you shy away and say, oh no, I'm not good enough for that? Well, just as Jesus allowed Mary Magdalene to anoint his feet, did he need his feet anointed? No, but he realized he had been of value and he allowed himself to receive that gift from other people. The universe and the people around you are often trying to give you gifts, to give you a foot up, to help you out in life, but we often step away from it. Spikenard suggests that you are playing small and you're not accepting the gifts of the universe, or you're hiding your gifts away from the world. Maybe you're into the New Age kind of topics, the things that I talk about on my channel, but your friends might think you're a bit weird, or your family calls you the weird one or the witchy one or something like that. Instead of hiding who you are, Spikenard will give you that confidence. It's a root oil. It bears into the ground, finds out who you truly are, finds that light within you, and allows that to shine. So if you are scared to show who you are, Spikenard's an amazing oil for you. The final essential oil I want to share with you today is a rare Australian oil known as Buddhawood. Now, to understand the aroma of this oil, I want to imagine that sandalwood, cedarwood and vetiver all went on a romantic getaway to Australia. I'm not going to judge that there's three of them. While they were there, they had a love child, and that love child is Buddhawood. This is an amazing, earthy yet uplifting essential oil that when the wood of this plant is steam distilled, we get this really thick, browny red kind of oil. It's amazing. Now, where Buddhawood helps is it helps us with our armouring and also when we've been humiliated. Now, I often feel that we have armour in life that helps us to go out there and be strong and proud of who we are. But over time, someone has a dig at us, or a little go at us, or criticises us in some way. Maybe someone humiliates us, or with the butt of someone's joke. Whether they're intentionally trying to drag us down, or they just joke and it kind of goes a little bit too sensitive because we're a little bit vulnerable in that way. These put dents in our armour. After a while, our armour starts to get heavy, starts to get damaged, and it starts to dull our light, and we don't shine as much in the world. Well, Buddhawood fortifies that and gives us strength again. That, when people have a go at us, we remember that that is their issue and not our issue, and we feel really proud of ourselves as well, and proud of what we achieve. Now, the other interesting thing about this rather strong and resilient oil is the flowers of this tree are white, and any plant that has a white flower has a connection to the moon, and thus a really strong yin energy. Buddhawood allows us all to realize that being vulnerable allows us to be stronger. Now, being vulnerable doesn't mean that you whinge and cry and collapse all the time, but it means that you're honest. It means that you show who you truly are, and that you don't hide behind that armor. So if you feel that life has dragged you down over the years and your light has been dulled and no one really cares about you anymore, then work with Buddhawood. It'll give you that strength, but allow you to be authentic. It is those dents and those kind of dinks in our armor that actually makes us who we truly are. Those are our lessons. Those are the wisdom we can pass on to other people, and Buddhawood allows us to do that. So if you're feeling a little bit frazzled by life, a little bit drawn down over years and years of humiliation, then Buddhawood is amazing, especially great for men, I find, who often have to show a brave face and just laugh things off, even when they do have feelings that have been hurt inside. So those are my 5 essential oils, or 6, that I recommend for self-esteem. Is there one in particular that really called to you? If so, basically work with that essential oil. And one of the amazing ways to work with essential oils and self-esteem is with affirmations. So each morning and each night, put a drop of that essential oil in your hand, breathe it in, and find an affirmation that really resonates with you, whether it's I am worthy of love, or I deserve my time in the spotlight, or whatever that may be. There's heaps that you can find on the internet. Find one that really resonates with you and breathe that in. Now, the trick is whenever you notice yourself speaking badly to yourself, or taking on or feeling bad, or your self-esteem lowering throughout the day, grab that oil, pop it in your hand, breathe it in again, and repeat that affirmation. Start writing over those scripts that aren't serving you anymore. I'd love to hear about how you go with these exercises. You could even try blending these essential oils together and layering them on yourself and wearing them as a natural fragrance throughout the day. Or maybe you found another essential oil that really helps you with your self-esteem. We'd love to hear about that as well. Please share all your comments in the section below. And remember to hit that little bell, because then you'll get notified whenever I pop up a brand new video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.